Hey YouTube, this is Corey from Team R4S. So I'm here to bring you my top 16 deck profile for my Goku Black list. A couple people have asked for it. It's called the Lotus Flower Bomb, by the way. .deck. So Trent, can you hand me my main deck box, please?
Sure, I got you, fam.
Funny. It's not supposed to. That's not supposed to be there. Yeah. The other one. Okay, there we go. Let's see what's in here. Ah, there we are. Okay, there we go. Whew. So yeah. We got Goku Black here. It's the Lotus Flower Bomb .deck. We'll get to the profile. Alright, so obviously we have Mr. Black himself, Mr. BBC himself. We have Zeno Button. We have Formation Booze. If it ain't boo, it ain't blue. We have Senzu Bean. You know, it's good for farts and, you know, extended plays and things. We got Four Weezes Coercions, because, you know, when you need somebody to, you know, sit down and be humble, it's the perfect card to do that. We got that garbage card Objection. Roll the clip. We got 4 Unyielding Spirit Trunks, because, you know, you gotta, once again, extend your plays. You got Piccolos, 4 of them, because, duh. And, you can just ignore the ones that don't have winter stamps on them. I always do. You got 4 Gokus, because drawing cards is good. You got 3 Piccolos, because for all those different decks that want to keep 14 card hands, making them go down to 6 or die trying, it's just, it's quite a bit of satisfaction, actually. You got 4 Gohans. When they kill the Piccolo, because they're going to try hard. I mean, if they don't kill the Piccolo, obviously that's great. But if they do kill the Piccolo, make their efforts futile via this kid. You got 3 Kales, because why wouldn't you run Kale? She completely wrecks the early game. And, you know, she's back. You got Super Saiyan Gotenks, because, I mean, honestly, really, he's the best 5-drop in the game. Yeah, he's the best 5-drop in the game. You got Goku Black, because you're playing Goku Black. I mean, if you got 4 of them, why wouldn't you play him with him? And you got 2 Godbreak Gokus, because people, for some reason, like to teeter on the edge, and you just want to push them off the cliff, and he'll get you there. He'll get you there. So, the deck is divided functionally into 2 things: support and finish. What I mean by that is, if you notice, all of these cards support you. This kid will support you by giving you more cards to your hand. This kid will support you by allowing you to extend your plays. This card sets you up and supports you for your finisher. This card allows you to get to your finisher, supporting you. This card sets you up to get to your finisher. This card sets you up to get to your finisher. And this card allows you to survive to get to your finisher. And then you got the things that finish them. These roses come into play free, so you can drop more threats, then drop more threats behind your threats. So very often it can come down to a situation where you hit your 6 mana, you drop rose, pick up 2. Drop another rose, pick up another 2. Now your Goku Black is not only awakened, but he's lethal via his actual effect of his actual double striking effect on his awakened side. And then after you're done with all of that, you have 6 untapped mana. So say you want to, you know you're going to get those last couple prizes, get them down to 2, so you drop down and evolve into Godbreak Goku. And then you have the way to slip past all of their defenses to get the final 2 prizes. And that's how this deck functions. It's all meant to get to that 6 point, but you don't necessarily, because of the objections, you don't necessarily have to rely on Goku Black's effect to do it. It was very important in top and period through all the rounds that when I actually got down to 4 prizes, instead of me trying to protect the Goku Black on his unawakened side that I would just awaken and tough out the extra turn. It doesn't matter whether you have the extra turn. It doesn't matter that you're down to 4 instead of 2. Usually all it means is if you have to start from 4 prizes rather, or 3 prizes instead of at 5 or 6, is that your opponent had to work harder to get you there. So usually you have to work less hard to beat them in the end anyway. Honestly, the deck is very straightforward. As long as you understand that objection is the absolute key card and that throwing away your hand to get your objection is a perfectly valid play, you should generally be okay. It doesn't really have any big bad matchups. Like, there's no deck that I'm like, oh yeah, this automatically beats me. But obviously Ginyu and Cold Blast is a little bit of a problem that you have to get through. But fortunately, because you play this and because you play the actual leader, you can ramp over them and start dropping your threats early. A lot of the times what that means is you'll be able to get under the Cold Bloodlust, or you'll throw too many problematic cards for him to Bloodlust them all. Other really key play card type things is when you drop Kale and you know you're going to have less than 6 cards in your hand and you attack with Kale to replenish your hand. That's very important for when you're dealing with, well, usually early game setup matchups. If you're dealing with things that want to drop little Brolys or, you know, anything that wants to set up, Kale is usually probably the biggest disruption that you could probably throw in the wrench. I mean, it's probably the biggest wrench you could throw in the what is it, the cogs? Is that how
yeah, wrench in the cogs.
Yeah. So, very, very important card, obviously. I mean, honestly, there's really not much else to talk about. So, I guess that'll wrap it up.